So even though the Pixel 7a is one of Google's more affordable phones, what I love about it is that it still packs in all the same features that its more expensive flagship brothers include. The only issue is that a lot of the best features can be a little hard to find. Like, did you know that when you're setting a new wallpaper, if you tap this little star icon here, that you can then enable this toggle, which will convert the image into what Google calls a cinematic wallpaper? It'll take a few seconds to do so, but once the process has completed, anytime you now wake up your phone or unlock it, or even swipe between homepage screens, it'll add these super cool motion effects to the image, which makes your phone just feel so much more dynamic and alive. Or did you know that Google has its very own emoji workshop section within the wallpaper settings that allows you to craft these very unique and downright slick looking wallpapers using just the emojis on your phone? Or what about the fact that when you launch an app into the recents view like this, that you can now long press any visible text, yes, even text that was originally unselectable, like those in your settings menu, and you can then launch quick actions from it or just copy the text to your clipboard. Or even better yet, that you can do the same to images, which means you now have a really easy way to save images from any app directly to your phone. And speaking of images, I'm sure you're already aware of how impressive the cameras are on Pixel phones, which is in large part thanks to Google's impressive post-processing. But one thing that goes way under the radar is just how many tricks get unlocked in the Google Photos app now that you're actually using a Pixel phone. You've got all your headlining features that I'm sure you're already aware of, like Magic Eraser and Photo Unblur, both of which are truly incredible. But then you've also got these largely underrated tools as well, like this portrait light option for adjusting the lighting on portrait style shots. You've got this new option under the portrait blur section called Depth, which you can use to control how the background falls off and out of focus in portrait images. Plus, there's also this color focus setting, which allows you to isolate just the colors of your subject in any given photo. There's also a stack more on top of that as well, and you've just got to try them all out because they are loads and loads of fun. Oh, and whilst we're talking about Google Photos, did you know that if you tap here where it says Library, then tap where it says Utilities, that you can set up what's called a locked folder? So this will allow you to store photos and videos behind a fingerprint or pin. And not only does this prevent people from snooping on photos or videos that you don't want them to see, but it'll even prevent the locked media from being backed up to Google Photos altogether for an even greater level of privacy. And when you're taking a picture in the camera app, you can actually long press this image icon down here to change the save location directly to that locked folder. And now that we've got the camera app open, did you know that you can quickly shake your phone like this to switch back and forth between the rear and selfie cameras? Super handy and definitely underrated. Okay, from there we have one of my favorite Pixel features, which is called Quick Tap. This essentially unlocks an extra button on your phone that you can set up to launch nearly any action that you like. And to set it up, you just jump into the system section within the settings menu, then tap on gestures, and then open up this quick tap option. You turn it on and then select your action of choice, and you can choose anything from taking a screenshot to turning on or off your phone's torch to even just opening any old application that you like. There's also this option available under the gestures menu called Flip to Shhhhh, which is a super useful and underrated feature that lets you simply turn on your phone's Do Not Disturb mode just by placing it face down on a flat surface. And then I'm sure you're probably already aware of this one-handed mode, which if you're not, is another fantastic feature also available via the gestures settings menu that allows you to perform a quick swipe down on your navigation bar to pull the top of the screen into reach. But for those who don't like this feature, did you know that you can actually switch this setting to instead show your notifications? You just select this option here, and now whenever you swipe down on the navigation bar, it'll instead open up your notification pane. All right, now folks, if you're using the keyboard in literally any application, you may have seen this little microphone icon and just thought it was there for your average run-of-the-mill voice typing, or perhaps you even thought it was there to send someone a voice memo. Well, it's actually a shortcut to activate the assistant voice typing feature, and if you've never used this before, then you've absolutely got to try it out. Not only does it offer way faster and way more accurate voice dictation than it has any right to, but it's also way smarter as well, allowing you to dictate emojis. It inserts punctuation automatically, and then you can also say a bunch of voice prompts to make the entire experience hands-free. You can tap this little icon to see all the commands available, but it is a seriously game-changing feature that not enough people use to its full ability. From there, did you know that the latest Google Pixel phones also come with a free VPN tool built in? You just open the Google One app, come down and tap on VPN, then you just tap to turn it on. This is great for hiding your IP address online to improve privacy and reduce online tracking. And then what's really cool is that if you come down and tap on View Settings, you can then open this section to essentially whitelist apps, which in turn allows them to bypass the VPN whenever it's connected. Now, I'm positive that you're already aware of the Now Playing feature, which uses the microphones on your device to listen to any surrounding sounds. And if it picks up that a song is playing, even somewhere often in the distance, it'll recognize that song and show the song and artist name right on your lock screen. But what you might not know is that if you come into your phone settings, then down and into the display section, then into the lock screen section, and finally into the Now Playing menu, you can scroll down a bit to open up a complete history of all the songs your phone has ever detected, many of which you'll never even remember were playing. And if that seems too complicated to navigate to every time, then you can also launch straight into it via a shortcut, which you can set up by long pressing your home screen, tapping on widgets, then by tapping this Android System Intelligence option here, and then by dragging this Now Playing History widget to your home screen. Then there's this extra dim feature, which is a setting found under the accessibility settings menu, but it essentially lowers your screen brightness even further than the default brightness slider allows for, which is perfect for when you're using your phone in really dark environments. You can also add it as a quick settings toggle, which makes it really convenient to turn on and off. And then one of the most underrated apps that is exclusive to Google Pixel phones is the Google Voice Recorder app. It might seem pretty basic on the surface, but it actually uses on-device machine learning to transcribe your voice recordings super accurately. Then on top of that, if you jump into the settings, you can even enable this speaker labels option, which will automatically identify and label multiple speakers within a single recording. Just keep in mind that you need to have the transcription language set to English US for this to work. There's even a few extra fun features that aren't really obvious on the surface, like this one that lets you create video clips of your sound recordings, which could come in very handy for sharing snippets of recordings to social media. So again, it's a super underrated app that doesn't quite get the love that it deserves. And so finally today, we have the outrageously useful feature that allows you to type responses during phone calls. So if we come back into our accessibility menu, then scroll down and tap on live caption, we can enable this toggle here called type responses during calls. Then anytime you receive a phone call and you want to initiate the feature, all you need to do is press your volume button, tap this live caption option, and then you'll immediately start getting a text transcription of what the person on the other end of the call is saying. And you can then tap this keyboard option to type out anything you want to say in response. And this is a super useful feature for whenever you don't want people listening in on your phone calls. But there you go. Those were 15 tips, tricks, and hidden features that I'm hoping will help you to maximize your Pixel device. If you enjoyed the video, then a sub would be greatly appreciated. But aside from that, thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.